What's up, everybody? So for today's video, like you saw, I want to talk to you about what I believe is the secret to long-term success. I want to talk to you about something that's been on my mind this whole week. I've been thinking a lot about where I am in my life, with business, with health, my overall happiness, and I really thought, what has it taken for me to get here? Because I'm sort of in a place where things are starting to move, and it's not taking as much effort as it used to. And I believe that the secret to long-term success is self-discipline. This is something that I believe I've been pretty good with overall my whole life, and I've been able to achieve the things that I want because I stuck to the plan. I just was able to keep going even when things got in the way or became a little bit more difficult. And so self-discipline is really important. I want to make sure that everyone out there can benefit from practicing self-discipline. But staying motivated for something short-term is a lot different than working on a long-term goal. You can have somebody pushing you, a coach, a friend, whatever the motivation is. Maybe you just want to lose some weight before you go see some people you haven't seen in a while. But when it comes to long-term success, doing something over and over, like your job, working on your finances or your body, you've got to become self-disciplined. I think we get this wrong. I think that we look at discipline in the wrong way, because we look at discipline as punishment. From a very early age, we're punished, right? We're disciplined for doing the wrong thing, for saying the wrong thing, or being somewhere we weren't supposed to be. And we develop these negative connotations around the word, but people who are disciplined, they're just people who are better trained. I watched a video by Terry Crews where he talked about discipline as being training. And if you look at it that way, it makes a lot of sense. This stuck with me because I'm the kind of person who loves to find new ways to look at things. I think that we can change a lot in our lives by just looking at things differently. And when he said that, it really stuck with me. It just made a lot of sense. When you look at discipline as a whole, what I believe most people do is they just think of it as somebody, limiting them or controlling them. Now, like I said before, I think of discipline as one of my strong points. I've been able to really stick with things almost effortlessly. I think the reason is because I stopped differentiating myself from the person giving the discipline. I realize now that we're both after the same thing. And so there's no point in making an enemy out of someone who's trying to discipline you. I think that what it comes down to is really just evolving to a point where you no longer need somebody to discipline you or to train you or to motivate you. And you become self-sufficient in these areas. Practicing self-discipline is tough. And really most people don't understand how difficult something can truly become along the way when they're first setting out to do it. And I always think back to the Navy SEALs 40% rule. They say that when you feel like you've reached your max potential, when you can't go on anymore, when you think this is it, this is all that I've got, you're really only at 40% of your true potential. That's crazy to think about, but it always keeps me motivated because this is what they call the secret to mental toughness. And these are some of the toughest people in the world. So I always reference that, and whenever I feel like I'm at a point that I can't go on, I just remember that I'm really probably only 40% of the way there. And I have a little bit more gas left in the tank, and it keeps me going. And things like this help out when you want to be more disciplined. Other things that can help you are removing temptation. So the things that are already tempting you to do something different than what you want to be doing, you need to get rid of those things. Changing your environment, getting around a more positive environment will help as well. If there's people that have negative energy or things that aren't serving you in your environment, that's going to affect you. So if you're trying to be more disciplined, you want to get rid of that. And last, you want to make sure that you make your word law. You want to be the kind of person who does the things that you say other people should do. You want to make sure that if you're going to vocalize something, if you're going to say something out loud to yourself, I'm going to blank, that you are the kind of person who actually does that. Because see, what happens is if you continue to say things but not do anything about them, all you do is set yourself up and you trick your mind. Your mind starts to believe that it doesn't have to do the things that you're telling it to do. And when you're trying to be more disciplined and you want to say something like, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to build a business, I'm going to get into the best shape of my life, your mind isn't going to believe it because your word isn't law. My goal in shooting this video is to inspire you to begin practicing more self-discipline. I truly believe that this is the secret to long-term success. More than any motivation or any program is ever going to help you, self-discipline will be the most important tool that you'll ever have along the way. And what this comes down to is really just training yourself to stick to the things that you know are going to help you. The things that you've already done the research on or that you know have been successful for someone else, and just sticking through till the end. Being disciplined enough to change who you are, to change your habits, and to change the way that you think about things. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching this video, and I've certainly enjoyed shooting it for you. I look forward to speaking to you on the next video.